Have you ever wondered about the
Catholic,
the Baptist,
Pentecostal,
Lutheran,
Seventh-day Adventist?
even Presbyterians?
What about the Church of Christ? Come join us as we search through the scriptures for the gospel truth.
Every day on my drive to work, I usually pass around 5 different denominations myself. That includes a Baptist, a Catholic, Pentecostal, Presbyterian, and even a Lutheran church. And that raises the question in my head, and that is, why are there so many different types of churches when we have one Bible? Doesn't that raise curiosity in your own head? I only mentioned 5 different denominations, but 5 denominations with one book, and they're all going different directions, teaching different gospels. So I think we can look into the scriptures and study this more. And I think a great place to start is Matthew, the book of Matthew. Turn with me, Matthew chapter 7, starting in verse 15. And this is a great way to introduce it. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing. That is, they look innocent. Come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they're ravenous wolves. So good people, they look like good people, I should say, will come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they're ravenous wolves. Now, why are they ravenous wolves? That's because they're false prophets. And let's read more about how ravenous wolves or false teachers will come about. Turn with me again to Acts chapter 20, starting in verses 29, and I'm going to read until verses 30. As it reads, "For I know this, that after my departure, savage wolves," again, you see that same type of language come in, "savage wolves will come in and among you, not sparing the flock. Also from among yourselves men will rise up, speaking perverse things." Again, that's anything that's not sound doctrine. Perverse things like a false prophet or a false teacher. Perverse things to draw away disciples after themselves. And again, we can see a purpose of it is that to gain the crowd, to have a huge audience of people just for themselves, whether they speak correct doctrine or not. In this case, they're not speaking correct doctrine. But just to hit the hammer on the head, turn with me to 2 Timothy chapter 4, verses 3 and 4. As it reads, "For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine," again, that's not true doctrine, "but according to their own desires, because they will have itching ears, and they will heap up for themselves teachers, and they will turn their ears away from the truth and be turned aside to fables." Now, what I did there was just show you from the Bible itself that God did predict that false teachers would not only come about, but they'll gain a huge gathering because of the false things they teach, stuff like ear candy to themselves. And here's the next good question. Does God permit all this division?
Thank you guys for joining us today. If you have any questions or comments that you want to leave, that you want to learn more about, please leave it in the comment section below. If you like this video, share it with your friends, share it with somebody in your family who wants to become a believer of the only church that Christ has a record of. Share this video and like this video. But until next time, as we search through the scriptures, always remember, be blessed and be a blessing.